Hello.
Can you hear us?
Let's check.
Testing, turn it on.
And we're live, I think.
Go on, do a playback.
No, it's going. We've already tested it. We're good. Right, so welcome to the first officially released
Officially released. It's not the first, is it?
In the City podcast. No, it's definitely
Hopefully
not
it's going to be the first released.
Well, it's going to have to be. It's gone on for too long now. So this is the first official In the City podcast, and we're even late for this because we're going to do a recap of our best live gigs in and around Manchester over the period of October.
Yeah, so it's probably the best month, really, wasn't it?
So far, I mean, November's got potential, but it's the 17th of November currently, so we're over halfway through.
Are we covering neighbourhood or not?
No, we'll just talk about the live gigs that we've been to, like Neighbourhood collectively. There weren't any headline gigs with it. It's all just kind of.
We're HMTD, they weren't too bad.
We can stick them in. Yeah, we'll get to that. So we're just gonna go over it, do some talking points on it, but all in all, just our best gigs,
Yeah,
our best
so
artists.
first up,
What was that?
someone's left a walkie-talkie in the bar.
Okay, first up.
Yeah, Husky Loops. So they were at the start of October, weren't they?
Believe so.
They were. So Husky Loops, if you've not already heard them, they're actually from Italy, but formed in London. They're a three-piece, and I can't really describe it. They're not really like anything else. They're a rock band. They've got a guitar, a singer. They've got two guitars, a singer.
Well, it's
and
based
drummer.
on the loops, isn't it? And the drums.
Yeah, but it's mainly a drum machine that seems to follow them around.
Yeah.
Most of the songs are electronic, but with it was dropped in there with rap.
Yeah, it
all
kind of
sorts.
falls into that category, doesn't it? Because you had the support acts as well with like Fusion
Yeah.
and that SBK kid. He was good. He was good.
They were good. They were a good support act.
It was overall like a very good show, really, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a good performance overall because
Yeah.
it wasn't just the main act. We had like a really good support leading up to it, and he got the crowd going, didn't he? The
Yeah, he
Fusion.
did. So this was at Jimmy's, and this was at the start of October. Started off with Fusion SBK, so they were supporting them. They are on tour up and down England. The mic's not stopping, is it?
It's all right.
So yeah, they're on tour up and down England. Both artists are. So they're from Italy,
They are.
Italian, three-piece.
So initially, when they got going, they had a bit of technical difficulties, to say the least.
30 minutes.
Well, do you reckon it was about 30 minutes? It weren't that long.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes. So they were just jamming.
It was the longest jam I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, but you were saying that's one of your favourite bits.
Well, yeah.
the jamming bit was one of your favourites.
So one of the weird things is, I was saying this to you before we started. I actually don't listen to them that much on Spotify. Or
No.
like when I'm not around. I think when you listen to them when they're pre-recorded, they tend to have the guitars and the vocals turned down, and then the drum machine turned up.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
kind of
more
takes
electronic.
over, doesn't it?
Yeah, whereas when they were live, they actually showed. It surprised me. Like, it actually showed me how much talent they've got to jam for that long, because they were literally just making it up on the spot with drumming, bass, and
Well, they were
guitar.
prepared to go without the drum machine, and then
Yeah.
if you listen to the set afterwards, you'd think, how would they have done that?
Yeah,
At all?
because it is mostly drum machine. But
Yeah.
I thought live they turned the drum machine down. It was a bit. Well, it was less electronic and more, you'd say, rock.
Yeah, it was. It's because it was completely different to their album, really, wasn't it? Lyrically and everything was there, but
Yeah, I thought it was better. I thought they were better than what I expected. when I
yeah.
saw them
So
live.
was I. I was pretty impressed, and it was pretty packed out as well, wasn't it? So they had a bit of following going on. But
Yeah, that surprised me as well. They had a big following. Like, I think it was sold out, wasn't it?
yeah, it was like a Wednesday as well.
Yeah, Wednesday night at Jimmy sold out. Cold rain.
Yeah, it's not the biggest place, but
No,
Yeah,
but it's not bad.
they brought a crowd,
Yeah, they did.
and yeah, we were pretty impressed. It was pretty
They
bouncing.
were good.
And it just sounded a lot more rock and roll on the album. So if you haven't seen them but you've listened to them, obviously some of the songs are still, well, all the songs are still good on the album, but live it's just the next level.
Would you say they're experimental?
Yeah, they're definitely different, aren't they?
I mean, we've just struggled to put them into a genre there.
Yeah.
I think that in itself says quite a lot.
Well, it's a bit of rap, a bit of electronic, and a bit of rock, and all in one.
Yeah,
Genre defining. It's not really new wave or anything like that, is
No,
it?
it's
So it's
not.
just a bit different.
It's like, well, I don't know. What Working Men's Club? So, I mean, they use a lot of electronics, but-
Yeah, not as Not
It's
as much
on-
as
yeah,
it is. It's
no,
Husky Loops. It's in the
No,
name. Isn't it?
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we were impressed by them.
No,
Definitely.
we were. I thought they were really good. They were this year. They were one of the better bands we've seen. It was a small venue. Like, used to a small venue on a Wednesday night. They've sold out, so I don't think we're the only ones that think that.
Yeah. So, I guess if you get a chance to see them, definitely,
they're ones to
definitely
watch.
go and see them. Definitely.
Are they signed?
Probably. I'm not too sure.
Well, they've got the album out, haven't they? They've got.
Yeah. They've got a record deal.
They've got the
yeah.
EP that came out. That's the one that's blank, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
you
EP's
can
like a
draw on
blank-
it yourself. They
the
give it you
EP's
in a
a blank
Sharpie pen.
canvas with a Sharpie.
It's a pretty good idea though, that.
No, it's
Because then you can draw in it and then send it over to them and they repost it on Instagram and stuff.
Really?
So it's a bit of marketing. It's like Coca-Cola when they started putting the names on their cans, back in the day. It's all the rage, that. You're about 12 and used to put it on Facebook and tag people in it. Remember that?
No.
You don't remember that? You missed out on that.
Didn't have Facebook when I was 12.
Yeah, it might have been a bit older, maybe 13. It definitely happened, that. They're all the rage, that.
So, moving on then. We've touched on Husky Loops quite a bit then. Murder Capital. These have got to be... In fact, these were my favourite for the whole of October. I mean, it's up there. We saw some decent bands in October. Squid, Murder Capital. Then we saw quite a lot of Neighbourhood. But
Yeah.
to be honest, I think out of all them, Murder Capital my favourite. They are more my scene than yours. I know that because I think I'm probably a bit... My taste is probably a bit darker and a bit heavier than yours. But these were definitely one to watch. And they're coming back as well. They're coming back to Manchester.
Really?
Yeah, the tickets are on sale now, I think. Some advertised the other day, so they are coming back. So, if you've not heard Murder Capital, I think you're probably better to describe these than me, because I actually quite like these, so I don't want to go overselling it.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's punk, isn't it? Bit of,
It is punk.
It's from Dublin.
It's post-punk.
Dublin punk. It's like, if you've heard of Fontaine's DC, it's like their darker cousin, I guess.
It sounds similar. It's like Dublin rock scene at the moment. It's all got a similar sound to it, I think.
Well, the accent's definitely there, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that does
with
help.
punk, it's more slow anyway. It's more spoken, so it kind of comes through. But
They are more than just punk though. So, like, one thing that surprised me, if you listen to the album, it's got like a range of. It's got slow songs, faster songs, heavy songs, quiet songs.
yeah, that was one of the better things that I thought about. It's like a progression through the set. It started off with that on Twisted Ground.
That were good though.
That's a slow one to start off with. That was pretty deep to start off with. I mean, it didn't get a crowd going, that's for sure. But
one of the things we've seen already is, because there is obviously, like, it is a saturated market at the moment, punk, there's shitloads of it going on, but they offered more than just... I think sometimes when you're doing punk, sometimes the actual talent can get lost in just the shouting and the loudness and all that comes with it, whereas they actually showed off that they are more than just a shouty punk band.
they had it all. There was a lot of variation. What is that?
Do you want to turn it off, or...?
I don't know what it is.
It's
It's probably not going to be picked up on the mics anyway. You can only just about hear us. No, that was one of the best things about it, was the slow songs. And then, I mean, so it started off dead slow, and then didn't take long for the mosh pits to knock about, did it? And then the cigs to come out.
Yeah, they started smoking on stage. It didn't go down too well. I mean, someone smoked the other day at the White Hotel, and that was absolutely fine. But it's a bit of a different venue, I think.
There's a bit of a gap between them. Right, I didn't see what happened when he lit the cig.
Oh, the guy from the barge ran round and put it out. I was doing the photos at the front, and the guys ran straight past me, like, put that out.
Did he put it out? Did he listen?
Yeah, he put it out. Well, they gave him a thing. Then he ran out with it like it's a bomb or something. He was like,
gave it
trying to get it outside and put it in a glass of water.
Had a few tokes and gave it back. No, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't see that. I must have been involved in some altercation of some sort in the crowd.
It's probably worth noting that. Yeah, you did get started, didn't you?
I did, unfortunately.
For no reason.
And he was a big guy as well, and I'm not that big. I didn't back down though. I would have had him.
No, good that one.
So yeah,
I was up for it. The crowd were.
Well, he were up for it.
He was up for it a bit more, like a bit too much, I think.
I mean, I took a photo and it did have flash on because it was dark. So, I mean,
started chasing you around a mosque.
It's not like we had flash on all gig. It was just a few photos, and I put that flash on, and he was not happy in the slightest.
No, he wasn't.
No, he squared up with me, and then nothing escalated from it, luckily. But I mean, he probably would have sparked me out, that's why.
So I think we've covered Murder Capital there.
Yeah, so it was lively. That's one
Yeah,
thing that we
they are
noticed.
good.
It was just a variation throughout. It started off slow and then it picked up, and it was just like a progression through the set, and it was just more of an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, the tickets are on sale now. I think they are. If I'm wrong, then I apologise. But they are coming back to Manchester. I've seen it, and definitely get down.
Yeah, I'd recommend that.
This is the first album, and to be honest, in the 2020, they probably, I'd say, are one to watch.
Yeah.
They definitely are, aren't they? And they've only done one album. I think it's only released like 2-3 months ago, and they're already selling out shows in England, and they're from England.
Yeah, Yes was very sold out, wasn't it?
Yeah, proper sold out. Like, I think sometimes there as well, they say they're sold out, and I don't know if they are sold out half the time.
No.
Whereas this one was.
Yeah, it looks good when they say it's sold out, don't they?
Yeah,
It's
I think it suits bands. That's what they want.
Yeah, of course it does. So after Murder Capital, we're only recapping like some of our best. We've obviously seen a lot more than this, but there's no point talking about every single one. We might as well talk about the best. So Squid was after Murder Capital, but just before Squid.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So Squid was
all-time favourites.
Squid was very good, to say the least.
Good.
That surprised us, though, I reckon.
Squid were very, very good. I think probably if it was any other month, Murder Capital wouldn't have been on. Then I'd have put them at the top.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I just wrote the review for him, didn't I, the other week? So I mean, if that thing goes on, I'll have to turn it off.
It's fine. No one can hear it. Carry on.
If you can't hear it, guys, there's a walkie-talkie on with someone that's ordered.
Yeah,
some
fucking.
being told to come and get it.
Reckon that's what I don't know. It says it's. What's it saying? Peking battery. Sounds like a Chinese dish.
Gotta go sort it, or do I leave it?
I don't know where it's coming from. It'll be fine. If it keeps going, we'll sort it out. Okay, that's it.
Sorry.
Right, so sorry about that. Just had to show up a walkie-talkie.
Are we back?
We're back. Where was we?
Squid. I was just saying that I think if it wasn't Murder Capital, it'd have been the best on any other day.
Yeah, they were good. Squid.
They were very, very good. Squid are how long have we been going now? I swear they've been going like 2 years or something.
Yeah, it's
they've
not too long, is it?
No, they've only recently like become on the market, and I did write the review the other week for them. I think one of the things that I did touch on in there is the availability of punk. So
well, that's a bit more alternative though. I reckon it's not really too much punk. I think it's more alternative rock.
It's different. But it's making it available. Like it is. Like it's not. I don't want to say it's pop, but like it's.
Oh yeah, I know.
You can play it on the radio. Like I think for like you wouldn't play a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff that we listen to, you wouldn't play on the radio. I don't think. Or I think like radio DJs would be like
maybe Radio 6.
Drawn back. You get it on Radio 6, but I think a lot of them would be drawn back from playing it. A lot of the stuff.
Yeah, well, mainstream radio is more pop focused, isn't it? So.
Isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a place for it, but I know what you mean. They're a lot more. Yeah, it's more rocky, isn't it?
It was upbeat.
Houseplants.
Houseplants, but if you actually read about houseplants, I was reading about it midweek. It is quite dark. So the whole concept of it is that I can't go singing the lyrics now, but it's about millennials and like this latest generation kids. Apparently, they're all buying houseplants or something now.
Are they?
Apparently, yeah. No, this is
got
the true thing.
Statistics for that.
Yeah, apparently, like the rate of which ownership of houseplants has gone up over like millennials because they've got like
IKEA, that for you, innit?
Yeah, because apparently they've got nothing else to do.
Nothing other than buy houseplants.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm trying to figure the lyrics now while you question me on it. But no, it's what's the opening lyric? Let me get it up. Have you not seen the lyrics for it?
I've seen the lyrics. Yeah, I've listened to that. I don't know how it opens up now. Is the question.
It's actually quite a dark. Well, it's not a dark song, but it's not as light-hearted as
As you think, yeah.
Kids are getting smarter, but the brain ain't getting cheaper. So that's about the fact like kids are. Well, we're not getting paid, are we? What other people? But we are getting like. Well, I say we. Fucking hell, we're not. But
Definitely not.
Kids are. I was planting I can't go over it. But yeah, that's what it's about.
What are you getting at?
We speak about our days. Yeah, we speak about our days. Everyone's bored. We're just too afraid to say houseplants are my future. It's just about buying houseplants, but there's more to it than just.
Yeah,
it's not a fun. Like it's not like a funny.
Yeah, it's quite whimsical if you just listen to it.
You can actually look at that they're not.
So there's an extra layer to Squid rather than just tongue in cheek business. Then.
Yeah, and they've got a song about like a dying relative.
Yeah.
I think that's the dial.
Match Bet's my favourite.
The Cleaner. Yeah, there's loads. They have. Well, I say
There's not
I think
loads.
they've only got about 6 songs out.
On the EP, yeah. They've got more out, but available on the EP.
But I really, really liked them. They were a weird setup as well. Well, I say weird. It's good setup. The drummer's the lead singer.
Yeah, Ollie.
Ollie, yeah. So when they take the stage, the drums are in the middle of the stage, and the guitars, bass, I think they've got a keyboard player.
It's a pretty rammed stage.
It's all around
It's like
Ollie. Yeah.
It's pretty busy. Not the easiest to photograph.
And he doesn't just stay down either, which is what I liked. Like
he did for the majority of it.
He did, but he gets up and he gets involved. Like he does get up with the mic, and he's an entertaining guy, like a really entertaining. They actually seem like a nice bunch of lads
they do.
as well.
That's one thing we definitely said. They seem quite genuine, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They actually seem like some top lads.
Definitely have a pint with them.
Yeah, Christ, we get invited one day. Well, they're coming back up, aren't they?
Yeah. So that'll be good.
Yeah, we'll see from
So there was they were pretty weird, but
they were,
in a good way.
But in a good way, and I think they kind of like it as well. Like
they play into it.
Yeah, they do play into it, but they do sound really good.
So what happened was, Ollie came out before any of the band, just on his own, stood and addressed the crowd, just staring into the crowd. No emotion, just started 6 more seconds to the rodeo.
6 more seconds to go or something, yeah.
Like,
he did that for, 5 minutes?
Yeah, which is obviously the lyrics from Rodeo, but he didn't then come out and play Rodeo.
No,
that was like about another half an hour in, so...
It was more a performance than just like a...
It's theatrical. It was it's like when the guy comes out on stage before a theatre performance and kind of warms up the crowd.
Well, he didn't... I'm trying to think of a way to word it. He don't look like he's going to do something like that when he comes out. Like, he comes out with his cap and he looks all like smiley and like happy. And then he comes out and drops that like quite a dark.
So like,
it was quite dark. And then he sits down at his drums and then the rest of the band join him and start. Then they went through. I think the set was about an hour. I swear it was.
It was probably about 45 to an hour, wasn't it? It was pretty long.
Which is different because if you actually look at the Spotify, I could have found like 6 songs or something.
Yeah, so they've got their EP on there, but
so they've got
other stuff available elsewhere.
Yeah, and it was all good. Like I was surprised they've not released. Well, I presume they've not released it unless it's on other formats. But it was a really good set, and it was a long one.
It was,
and they had fans as well. That's worth noting as well. They had I remember seeing there was people with squid hats on, squid t-shirts.
Yeah. There was a bit of crowd surfing going on,
specifically
for houseplants, which they go off, and then the cleaner. There was a bit for the cleaner as well.
Yeah.
But they were lively.
They were
lively, and I mean you could kind of expect that from their EP. Like you could kind of see how that was going to go down. But
they're coming back in April, I think, isn't it? The 23rd of April.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I've got it here. So they are back in Manchester. They're playing the White Hotel on the 21st of
Is it April?
3rd.
January, February, March. Third month,
March.
Yeah, so it's not far off really.
They're back at the White Hotel in March. That will sell out.
Yeah, it'll be good at White Hotel as well. Proper dingy.
Yeah. If you've not been to the White Hotel, then
read our review on it.
Yeah, it's one worth getting down for. That's like it's out towards Victoria Station, on an industrial estate.
It's dire. You won't want to be walking around there on your own.
It's a dire place, but it's authentic.
It's very authentic. When we were seeing Warm Douche, there was a rave straight on after that. Meat Free. Shout out to Meat Free. That was on about an hour after the gig finished.
Was it?
Yeah, 12 till 7 a.m, 6 a.m.
Was it a Sunday?
No, we saw
them on
Warm
Sunday.
Douche was a Saturday.
Oh Christ, it was a Saturday.
Yeah, but that's one for next month. We'll definitely be talking about that next month.
Yeah, we will. We'll be down for it as well. But definitely do try and get tickets for that. I know we do keep saying it. We're only touching on probably the best bands we've seen. So these are actually worth seeing.
So I guess our standout three for October was Husky Loops, Murder Capital.
Yeah, that's without touching on Neighbourhood. We did have Neighbourhood in there, but we aren't touching on it for this one.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's fair to do Neighbourhood, only because all these gigs that we're rating there were headline gigs with people specifically there to see them. And then if you go off Neighbourhood, then they've got a different crowd there, haven't they?
Yeah.
They're kind of... I mean, the people there are specifically there to see them, but it's not like it's a headline gig kind of thing.
Right.
But HMLTD...
We wouldn't normally do worse gigs.
Well, no, HMLTD...
No, HMLTD were very good.
Yeah, they were Neighbourhood.
I'd like to mention Snuts.
Well, I mean... Well, we can talk about the Snuts. The Snuts were a day before we saw Squid. And I weren't drinking that night. I decided have a bit of time off the booze.
Yeah,
you didn't.
So
You definitely didn't.
So I just drunk whether you had
so whenever
bought 2 pints for every round that you wouldn't drink the other.
So I was drinking some non-alcoholic Heineken. You were slating that, and specifically because I wasn't drinking, you made a point that you was drinking.
So I drunk yours as well.
Yeah, you drank mine for me, and got a bit intoxicated, to say the least. You did. I was pretty sober because I wasn't drinking, but yeah. So we was asked to leave, but we was asked to leave
because you're only supposed to have 3
Yeah, I mean, it is not for a small gig. I mean, they put a barrier up in the pink room.
I've never seen that.
And
before.
like, yeah, a small gig that's pretty unheard of.
Yeah.
But you weren't having much of it, were you? Like,
no, I'm not a fan of that. I mean, if you're gonna do, thing is, if they're not small band, but if you're a smallish band and you're playing in
a small venue,
bar,
it's
like
a small.
that,
It wasn't sold
It's a small
out.
venue. It's a small venue.
It wasn't sold out.
You play in a small venue. You don't put a barrier up. I mean, they're supposed to. The people are paid to come see it. If they want to have a party and like,
Yeah, no. I mean,
have a dance,
it took at
it,
least 10 foot out of the room. That
Oh,
as well.
it did. Yeah,
It was massive.
I thought it was ridiculous.
But yeah, free song thing is a free song rule is a thing.
Yeah,
but I mean,
so for people who
not
don't know
in
what that
it.
is, photographers, I think it wasn't like Woodstock or something where they said photographers are only allowed the first 3 songs so that people aren't taking the piss.
But that was because there was literally hundreds of
Yeah.
photographers in the pit.
And how many photographers were there at this?
There was 2. Us being one of them.
And someone else. But then they asked us to leave after the third. So, well, the other photographer asked us to leave because he was the band photographer. And then the manager came out, didn't he? Because we told him we had to go. And then he asked us to leave as well.
Yeah,
So-
we weren't allowed to stick around either.
No.
For some reason. I don't know if it was... I don't know. Maybe he didn't
Not a
like
fan
us.
of it.
Oh, you're...
Not a fan of it. They weren't any good either, so.
Yeah, so we won't touch on that too
No.
much.
So,
Then it's... Well, I mean, you had a few drinks, yeah?
would you want to go to November and jump out?
No,
What we
no.
got left.
No. Nah, we'll wait. We can do this one on time next time, so we're not doing it halfway through. But I mean,
Yeah.
on the topic of being drunk at gigs, and taking photos, it seems like that's the way to do it, isn't it?
Well, it is the way to do it, yeah. All our best photos. I don't think we've taken any good photos sober.
It's true. I don't. Why?
I don't know. It's I don't know whether it's because when
You just
you've had a
don't
drink,
care.
you don't mind as much. You're just gonna like walk around the front end. I mean, one of the things that is easy as well is we're not getting up on stage. We're getting up further. You can get further onto the stage. I don't know whether
Further, like,
well, you know what I mean,
6
like
or 8.
leaning on it and
Yeah.
like getting over whatever barrier they've got.
Yeah,
So like,
I reckon. Yeah, after the 2-3 pint mark, that's when the
It
photos
gets
start
pretty
getting
easy.
better. That's when you stick the flash on. And,
yeah,
there's a bit of a stigma around putting flash on, though, isn't there? For some reason.
yeah. I don't know why.
I mean,
Well, apart from it, but we need to get a new flash for our cameras.
yeah, we need to
It's
get a new camera.
blinding people. But
We've had no reports.
It's dangerous.
We've had no reports, have we? Of any sight loss or
no.
no. We get good photos. They appreciate it, but I mean, it tends to be the people who aren't on stage who are more bothered.
No. Yeah, I know. I don't
Like
know.
the guy at Murder Capital who nearly sorted me right out.
Well, the stage is giving off more light than the camera, innit? So.
Yeah, I know, but
And
it's
that's
one of them,
actually
isn't it?
pointing at this the audience.
It's one of them. So in November, we've already seen a few. Obviously, 'cause it's the 17th. We won't talk about them too much now. We'll save that for next time. But we've seen some good ones
We've got
so
some
far.
left, haven't we? We've got
Quite a
this
few. We're
week's
only
the
halfway
busiest
through. Only halfway through.
week. Yeah.
Well, we're seeing Yowl with Working Men's.
Joseph there this week.
That's different than stuff we've seen before. I mean, that's what we're trying to do, really. It's not sticking to one sort of genre with punk and get about.
That's
see
the
'em all.
problem though. Like one of the things that I've noticed, I know since I've been doing this, my music taste has probably changed a little bit because we've had our eyes open. But most of the bands that are coming through, they're either like new wave, like Working Men's Club, and they're like mixing with sort of like drum machines and electronics, or they're either, I don't know whether it's because the Blinders have had a lot of success. I think they've probably
That's what
not
rock and roll,
paved the
though,
way, but they've like sort of opened it up a little bit. It's
Yeah,
not
certainly,
punk. It's more just like
It's all a little bit more alternative, though. Isn't it?
yeah.
Which is what's coming about now.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that knocking around.
I guess it depends what you see, really, though, isn't it? Most of the stuff we're seeing is based on hype, kind of.
Yeah,
So if most hype bands are the ones that are getting on Radio 6 and
yeah.
they tend to be punk, then It doesn't necessarily mean they're the best bands. It's just kind of what's popular at the moment, which in turn is pop.
All this kind of music we listen to is pop. The music we sing.
Nah, but pop's just popular music, isn't it? Is it not? Isn't that where pop comes from?
It's got connotations, though, hasn't it?
Well, nowadays, yeah, because anything can be pop.
Yeah, I won't describe.
Some of the heavier rock was pop back in the day.
Yeah,
AC/DC and that.
Fair enough. Crash from AC/DC.
Well, that was pop back in the day. Just popular music, innit? Just a big stigma around it for some reason.
Yeah. So we've got 2 weeks left in November. Then we'll do another roundup.
On time.
You got Fontaines tomorrow, haven't you?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh,
We're at Sorry tomorrow.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right.
Need to keep on top of this, mate. So we got a busy week coming up this week. Can't remember all off the top of my head, but we've got quite a few.
Yeah, so we'll do a roundup at the end of the month.
Fontaines, yeah.
Fontaines will be a good one.
Tuesday.
I'm not going to start, but you're.
Yeah, but you're elsewhere, aren't you?
I am elsewhere.
Splitting it.
Well, no, that'll be a good one. That one. It's a shame. I wish I'd seen them, to be honest.
Get a ticket. Get in.
Sold
Sneak
out,
in.
aren't
Yeah, it is sold out. Yeah. Sneak in. We've got a pass, haven't we?
Really use an old big
yeah,
pass.
just cross it out and just put Fontaines on it. That'll be alright. What else?
What's the BC stand for?
Dublin City.
No, I can't be sure.
Yeah, of course it is.
Is that what it stands for?
Well, they're from Dublin, aren't they?
Well, it makes sense, but
It does make
fair
sense.
enough. All right.
Well, what else we got coming up? We've got a website coming up at
Yeah.
some point.
When you get around to building it.
I'm a busy guy. I've got stuff to do, mate. Although it should be a priority.
website.
Yeah. So that is actually in the works. I have started doing some stuff on that, but that'll be good. There's going to be a lot more content being pushed out when we've got that out.
Yeah, and we've got
Well, we're basically focusing on next year, really.
yeah. The main thing is 2020 is we're going to start doing our own gigs. Really, I think that's where we've got to push it. We are talking about merch as well, so we don't want to do something cheesy, but we don't want to make it in the city like because Christ, we've got a podcast and an Instagram page of 200 followers. It's absolutely nothing, so we're not going to do that. But we do want to actually start making some t-shirts, like some cool t-shirts and stuff like that. Not to sell us, but just something
cool, isn't it?
It's cool. And then in 2020 we want to start putting on our own gigs. So we have started trying to learn how to do it, but it's
sort of process, isn't it? We're only early doors at the moment. This is our first podcast, isn't it?
Well, we've only been going for 6 months, haven't we? What,
less than that.
Was it less than 6 months?
Yeah, I swear it was only around May time, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
I don't know what month we've already learned that this podcast.
June, maybe. God knows.
But yeah.
Well, it's nearly the end of the year now.
It is.
But we've got an exciting rest of November coming up.
Yeah.
December gig guide going to come at the end of this month as well.
You gonna make it Christmas themed?
I don't know. We'll see.
You've got to do something Christmassy.
I don't know. Some Dr. Seuss vibes with Grinch and that could be interesting.
You got to do something with it. Right.
We'll see. But that'll be good. So keep your eyes out for that. In the City .mcr on Instagram is where it's booting off at the moment because that's the only place.
And then our website, when it does go live,
is in the .city. Yeah, that's the domain name. That £400.
Yeah, so we need to earn some money really before May, before we've got to start paying for that domain.
I think we've got until next June to earn at least £400 before that comes out of our pocket when we're making no money. So
yeah, so hopefully we'd have made £400 by then.
Yeah, build up.
That's quite a bit down.
Having a look at it right now, it doesn't look likely, does it? But see where this podcast takes us, doesn't it? And our other stuff that we got going on, which is a lot of stuff. I mean, we're only starting, so stay tuned. Keep watching.
Yeah, we should be back in 2 or 3 weeks with the end of November one.
Yeah, we'll do it on time this time because I think that's the whole point, innit?
Yeah, and we have found somewhere to do it as well, which is
33 Oldham Street. It seems like nobody comes up here. Obviously, they put events on here and stuff like off the records. Was
if you've not been, it's a bar in the Northern Quarter. Is it? Where would you even say it's near?
I'd say it's
near
on Oldham Street.
I know it's Oldham Street, but
Affleck's is next street up, innit?
Yeah,
you can see it there through the reflection. Well, not next street up, next door.
Yeah. So it's actually quite a nice bar, to be honest.
It is quite a nice bar. No one comes in here, so
we're gonna go.
Well, they do come in here, but not on the second floor.
No, second floor is good little space. So we're gonna start doing it from here.
I mean, it is for working here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it, don't I?
Top bar. We're not been kicked out.
No, not yet.
No, and we've only bought one coffee. I asked for an Americano, got a cappuccino.
But it'll do.
But I'm too nice to say No.
All right. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I guess that's everything.
If we're on time. All right.
We will be on time.
Top.
That's
Nice
for
one.
sure.